Hello, my friend. I am someone who has passed the age of 75. Life is long, and I have witnessed many ups and downs, from the passionate days of youth to the changes in both body and soul that come with old age. As we grow older, things that once seemed easy become challenges. Climbing stairs, bending down to pick up a fallen object, or even just taking a walk outside can feel more exhausting than before. But there is something important that not everyone realizes. Small changes in our body can be gentle reminders that we are entering the final stretch of our journey. I understand that talking about this might make some people feel uneasy, but I don't share this to create fear. I share it so that we can better understand our bodies, so we are not caught off guard or overwhelmed. Instead, we can prepare ourselves with peace of mind. When we recognize these signs, we can fully embrace the time we have left, dedicating our days to our loved ones, to ourselves, and to what truly matters in life. Today, I want to walk you through 6 important signs that our bodies may be sending us. If you recognize some of these in yourself, don't be too worried. See them as gentle reminders to cherish every precious moment of life. Now, let's explore each sign together. The first sign, sleeping longer. Have you noticed that you sleep more than before? Sometimes, even without doing anything, you feel tired and just want to lie down all day. There's nothing scary about this. As our bodies age, metabolism slows down, energy depletes more quickly, and sleep becomes a way for the body to recover. Sleeping more could be a sign that your body is gradually adjusting to this transition. Allow yourself to rest. Don't push yourself to stay active beyond your comfort. I remember my younger days, always busy, always wanting to make the most of every second, to work, to meet friends, to live life to the fullest. But now, as my body speaks to me, I've learned to listen. Some days, I take longer naps. Some mornings, I don't want to get out of bed right away. And I've learned to accept that as a natural part of life. If you're experiencing this, don't worry. Let your body rest when it needs to. Enjoy deep sleep, embrace moments of relaxation, because this is how your body is preparing for the next steps of your journey. The second sign, loss of appetite. If you've noticed that you no longer feel as hungry or enjoy your favorite foods like before, don't be alarmed. As the body prepares for departure, it no longer needs as much energy. The digestive system slows down, and eating sometimes feels more like a burden than a pleasure. I remember when I was younger, every meal was a joy. I could eat heartily, savoring every bite, relishing the warmth of family meals. But then, one day, I realized that food no longer excited me as it once did. Dishes I used to crave became unappealing. I ate less, not out of choice, but simply because I didn't feel the same hunger. This is a natural phenomenon. As we age, our organs don't function as efficiently as before. The digestive system slows down, and our taste buds become less sensitive, making food seem less flavorful. Even with a delicious meal in front of us, we might not feel the same enthusiasm. But this doesn't mean we should skip meals or force ourselves to eat too much. Instead of struggling to eat as before, we can choose lighter, easier to digest foods, eating small portions throughout the day. A warm bowl of porridge, a light soup, or soft foods can help our bodies absorb nutrients more comfortably. Most importantly, eat in a way that feels pleasant. No pressure, no stress. And you know what? Even if we don't eat as much as before, the true essence of a meal is not just about the food. It's about the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones. Sitting down together, savoring small bites, and appreciating the moment. That is what truly matters. The third sign, less social interaction. Have you noticed that you're no longer as interested in conversations? Do you prefer solitude, spending time only with your closest loved ones? This is completely normal. As we near the end of life, our minds naturally turn inward. We reflect more on our journey rather than seeking constant interaction. Don't feel guilty about this. Embrace the peace of your own space. I remember being young, always enjoying conversations, long chats with friends, endless laughter, social gatherings. They were an essential part of my life, but now I find myself speaking less. Long conversations seem to drain more energy than I expected. I prefer sitting quietly, watching my loved ones, listening rather than talking. Some might think withdrawing from social interactions is a sign of sadness or depression, but that's not always the case. As we age, our inner world becomes more meaningful than the outside world. We no longer feel the need to talk too much or get caught up in trivial matters. Instead, we reflect on life, on memories, on everything we've been through. I no longer want to go to loud parties, no longer feel excited about large gatherings. I just want to spend time with the people who really matter to me. Family, close friends, people who make me feel comfortable. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. There is nothing wrong with wanting solitude, with spending time in quiet reflection. This is a stage where we can slow down, embrace silence, and find peace in the simplest moments. The fourth sign, weight loss and physical weakness. Have you noticed that you are losing weight rapidly, even though you haven't changed your diet? Your clothes are becoming looser, your muscles are no longer firm, and sometimes just standing up makes you feel unsteady and off balance. Don't worry too much. This is a natural process as the body enters the final stage of its journey. I still remember when I was young, I could carry heavy loads and walk for miles without feeling tired. But now my legs are no longer as steady as before, and my arms no longer have the strength to lift a heavy bag. Time has taken away physical strength, but that doesn't mean we should fear or feel sad about it. This is simply the body's way of adjusting to the inevitable changes of old age. Weight loss is not always a sign of illness. As the digestive system slows down, the body no longer absorbs as many nutrients as before, and the appetite naturally decreases. This causes us to lose weight, and our skin may become paler and more wrinkled. But this is not something to fear. It is just a natural part of life. At this stage, the most important thing is to keep the body comfortable. Wear loose, soft clothing so that you don't feel restricted. Remember to stay warm, as the body becomes more sensitive to the cold with age. A cozy sweater and a warm cup of tea can make a big difference in how you feel. And most importantly, do not blame yourself or feel disheartened by these physical changes. This is not a sign of mental weakness, but rather a natural transition in life. Be gentle with yourself, allow yourself to rest, and care for your body in the kindest way possible. We cannot fight time, but we can walk alongside it with peace and serenity. The fifth sign, spiritual experiences. Have you ever felt like someone was beside you, even when the room was empty? Or have you had dreams of a deceased loved one, so vivid that when you woke up, you could still feel their presence around you? If you've experienced this, know that you are not alone. I have too. There are nights when I wake up and feel as if my wife, the one who left me many years ago, is still sitting at the edge of the bed, gently watching me as she used to. I do not feel afraid. Instead, I feel warmth and peace. Old memories suddenly become more vivid than ever. I remember my childhood days, my parents, and the dear friends who have passed away. These memories are not just nostalgic thoughts. They feel like reminders that I am not truly alone on this journey. Many elderly people also share that they have strange dreams, hear their names being called, or feel a deep connection to the afterlife. Science may explain this in its own way. Perhaps as the body weakens, the brain functions differently, causing us to recall things we thought were long forgotten. But I believe that not everything in this world can be explained by science. Some things belong to the realm of the spiritual, the bonds between souls that we can only sense once we reach a certain age. And you know what? There is nothing frightening about this. If you find yourself recalling distant memories or sensing the presence of those who have passed, embrace it as a gift. It could be the universe's way of comforting you, of making you feel less alone, or simply your mind preparing for a new journey, a journey that one day we all must take. The final sign, a sense of peace and acceptance. Do you feel that you no longer worry as much as you once did? The things that used to keep you up at night now seem unimportant. You no longer stress over life's troubles, nor do you fear what lies ahead. Instead, you feel light, serene, as if everything is slowly returning to its natural order. I have felt this too. There was a time when I feared death, the thought of leaving this world, of parting with my loved ones. But now everything feels much lighter. I have begun to cherish even the simplest moments. A humble meal with my children and grandchildren, a quiet afternoon watching the clouds drift by, or just the warmth of holding a loved one's hand. These little things make me realize that I do not need to worry so much about what is yet to come. Perhaps you will also notice that you no longer yearn for too many things. You no longer seek to argue or prove yourself right. You no longer desire material wealth. Instead, you just want to slow down, to feel the love around you, to say a word of thanks, a farewell, or simply to sit in silence and savor what remains. This does not mean you are giving up on life. Rather, it means you have fully embraced it. And that is the most beautiful sign of all. The sign that you are ready, not to leave, but to deeply appreciate what is left. Because life has never been about counting how many days we have left, but about cherishing each day we are given. Life is a journey, and death is not the end. It is simply a doorway to something new. So live and love fully, so that when the time comes, you can smile and say, I have lived a complete life. Thank you for listening. If you found these reflections meaningful, please subscribe to my channel to continue this journey with me. Wishing you a peaceful and blessed day.